If you've left a job recently or are thinking about it, don't forget about that 401k you left behind. Today for Money Monday, Gary Garrison with Asset Protection Wealth Management is here to break down 5 smart reasons to roll over your 401k now instead of letting it sit, because you might just be leaving money and opportunity on the table. Gary, as always, so good to see you.
Thank you, Angela. It's great to be here. And this is a big topic.
Yeah.
You know, I picked this topic today because it's approaching the last quarter of the year, and that's when people sometimes stop working, retire, get fired, what have you, and then they've got their 401k sitting there that they need to do something with. So first of all, the times that you can roll over your 401k are separation from work, retiring or quit or what have you. And then also, if you're 59 and a half or older, then and still working there, you can still roll it over. It's called an in-service rollover. And so we encourage people to at least take a look at that. Your contributions would still continue and matching and that type of thing while you're working. Opportunity to do that for the following reasons. More investment choices. I mean, oftentimes, you know, you have 401ks that have just a list of mutual funds. Some have more than others. But once you roll it into an IRA, then you're open to the investment world. You know, stocks, ETFs, bond, index funds, gold, precious metals, or even some real estate. So all of those are available once you roll it over to an IRA. So you can hopefully get more diversified and have a plan that's tailored to your risk.
Yeah, more options to do with
more
it.
options, yep.
The second reason is lower fees.
That's right, yep. 401ks do have oftentimes hidden fees and that you have to look out for through administrative cost or fees on mutual funds and that kind of thing. So again, when you roll it over, you're able to hand select investments that would have lower fees and lower cost. The studies have shown that just saving 1% fee over your career can amount to 6 figures in savings.
That's crazy.
Plus, you know, all the earnings on that. So that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're not paying too many fees.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The third reason is easier to manage your retirement accounts.
Yes. So we have people that come in and they've got multiple 401ks from previous employers. And it gets kind of difficult to keep up with the statements. And particularly if you're approaching 73 and a half, where you are required to make those distributions, it can be challenging if you've got 3 or 4 different 401ks to know how much to take out of each one. But more than that, it just simplifies things. It makes your life easier, and you get, you know, one account, one statement, one strategy, still diversified, but with just one account. It's a much more efficient way to operate.
Do you see a lot of people dealing with multiple 401ks?
Oh, I do. I have
really?
Yes, I have people come in all the time that forgot about a couple of small 401ks they had. We rolled over 2 of their large ones, and then they came in for a review. And it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot. I found these 2. And I'm like, oh gosh, because they just didn't pay any attention to it.
Oh,
you know, they
goodness.
retired and went on to something else or went to another job and just forgot about it. So it's very important to know what you have and consolidate where possible.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to forget about those. Reason number 4, avoid inactivity penalties or forced distributions.
Yeah, that can be a big one. For people that maybe have smaller 401ks that they may have left behind, you know, oftentimes they charge higher fees for the smaller portfolios. And then also a lot of times they'll just force you to cash it out because it's not large enough for them to want to manage it. And if they do that, you know, you can have, you know, taxes and penalties and fees and that kind of thing on the distribution that you had no choice in. So it's better just to consolidate and roll that out when you can.
All right, and our 5th reason is more control in retirement.
Yes, more control, that's huge. And so when you hand pick your investments or you have an advisor that helps you pick your investment strategies, again, you're going to have typically lower cost, hopefully better performance, less risk, and then you're in a much better position moving forward for growth on that portfolio. And you're in total control of it because it's your money in your IRA. It's not your former employer's money where they still have an amount of control on that.
Sure. A little sidebar question.
Yep.
When should you not roll over your 401k?
Under 59 and a half and still working.
Okay.
That would be the biggest, because, you know, they allow you, it's a rule that's been approved about probably 10 or 12 years ago, that once you reach 59 and a half and you're still working at your employer, you can roll it out now into an IRA and still avoid taxes and penalties and all of that. But if you try to do it under 59 and a half, you will incur that IRS 10% penalty. So, you know, you gotta be careful about that. So usually 59.5, we encourage people to reach out to us and say, hey, let's get a plan together.
Right, right. You brought the book in today. What do
Yes.
we need to know about this?
So when people come in to see us, hopefully about you know, rolling over their 401ks and looking at their plan and making sure it makes sense for them, they're going to get a copy of this book. And this book goes over the risks that no one is telling you about and how to fix them. I love this book. I wrote the foreword for this book, and everybody will get a copy that wants to come in and get one. So,
Well, as always, Gary, if somebody wants to come see you, what's the best way to reach out?
yeah, so I encourage people to go to our landing page, your401krollovers.com, click on it, download our complimentary guide on how to avoid mistakes rolling over your 401k. And that can literally save you tens of thousands of dollars in fines and penalties and taxes. So everybody needs to click that and roll over, get the brochure on that. And you can hit the QR code or give us a call or text us 501-225-9045.
Gary, always so great seeing
Thanks,
you. Thank you
Angeles.
so much for coming in.
Glad to be here.
All right, stay with us. We'll have more Good Morning Arkansas after this.